When I got pregnant, or when I found out I was pregnant, I knew that I was either deadly ill or I was pregnant. Something was wrong, because I had never felt like that before. And I went to the doctor and had, the pregnancy test done, and was told that I was definitely pregnant. Couple of months, 2 or 3 months passed, and I was like growing real fast. And I went back to the doctor. We did a sonogram, and the doctor tells me that you're having twins. And I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. They were born 2 months premature. They both had breathing problems when they were born. They were both in intensive care unit. I didn't get to bring them home with me when I went home. The oldest one came home first, and which is the one that's still living. And then Ashley, the one that passed, she came home like 2 weeks later.
So then walk me through the day that Ashley died.
They were 2.5 months. I had just went back to work from being off for maternity leave. Like I said, my husband was working second shift at that time. I do remember him coming home. I remember putting the girls to bed and, wrapping them up in their blanket. They were in, the crib together. I vaguely remember throughout the night, it seems like I remember hearing a cough or something, but that was it. I woke up that morning and went in there to check on him, and she was cold. She was hard and cold. I don't remember all the details because that morning was just crazy. I think I ran in there and woke my husband up and told him, she's cold. I think I called my mom first before I called the ambulance, 911, and I remember calling 911 and them coming, and they just kind of bursted in there and just like took over and took her out of the house and took her to the hospital. The police came, they asked all kind of questions. After they got through asking us questions, we went up to the hospital. They told us, which I already knew, that she had passed. And pretty much after that point, I just can't tell you. I mean, it was just, I was out of it.
What did they tell you about what happened to Ashley?
That she had stopped breathing. And I don't think they told me SIDS at that point. I think it came later when the death certificate came that they had called it SIDS.
And what did you understand SIDS was at that time?
I didn't know anything about SIDS. I did, after we got the results, look it up and found out it was sudden infant death.
So who explained to you why she stopped breathing?
I don't remember anybody coming in and talking to me, honestly.
And do you remember the funeral?
Yes.
What was that like?
Sad.
And those days following the funeral?
They were tough, but I have to say, for me, it was probably a little easier than for other moms with just one child. I still had a baby. I think that made it a little easier. And I still had a baby. I still had to go on. I couldn't just shut down. Seeing twins is hard for me because I wonder and wish. But I don't know, I had to go on. I had no choice. Every year I go to the cemetery, it's emotional for me. It still is.